Well, it's the long-awaited sequel. No, not just to last week's episode. This is the day they're coming for you. So I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss anything. Rogue's on fire, a new villain is revealed, all the things go off. To me, my know-it-alls. What else could you possibly expect from X-Men 97? What's up, my know-it-alls? I can't even, man, I tell you what, this was, in the aftermath of everything that happened in Genosha, you get to see, one, there is a funeral. They have the funeral for, of course, Gambit. It's sad, but even worse is not what's happening there at the mansion. No. What's worse is hell hath no fury as Rogue scorned. You saw the clip last week. She rips through everything, heading straight to the heart of a military prison facility, and she flat out says she wants Peter Gyrich. She wants to know exactly where he's at, and they can't give her answers, and she starts wrecking the place. It's unreal until finally they're like, oh, whatever you want to know, we'll let you know. We'll give you information. Because she's not playing games in any way, shape, or form. So I really love this episode. It solidifies the fact that Nightcrawler is definitely back. He's part of the team as far as I'm concerned. And what you get is Rogue is on this mission. She wants to find out who's responsible because she needs to hold someone responsible. Meanwhile, the X-Men do their very best they head to Genosha to try to help. Scott tries to talk to the president. The president's having to play politics around everything. And so when they arrive, he's like, we have to at least show them that the X-Men are still here to stay and help. And it's horrific. The whole scene is horrific. That's when you get an amazing moment. It's the moment a lot of people are waiting for because, so obviously, and by the end of this, I'm going to let you know who the villain is because I have no problem saying my speculation and fan theory was wrong. Hopefully yours was right. A lot of other people have been saying what they thought it was too. But before that, this major event in Genosha, in the comic books, it's called Ease for Extinction. And in it, the lone survivor of Genosha turns out to be none other than Emma Frost. It's when she discovers she has the ability to coat her body in diamond. And so she survives, that's a thing, and even Beast says,
diamond transmutation has never been one of Emma's abilities. Perhaps a dormant mutation triggered by duress?
I've always done well under pressure.
It's wonderful. And so to see that part, I was like, okay, right on. You follow back with Rogue. This is where you get that moment. Oh, it's the moment you've all seen, where Captain America's shield lands at her feet, and she's face to face with him. He's also investigating. He's tracking down Gyrich himself because apparently it was transferred, and there's something's not right about everything. Rogue's like, all right, well, let's go find him, let's go catch him. This and that. He's like, I have to go by the book. I can't this and that. And she gets mad because she's like, oh, well, why? Because it's a mutant? Because it's not just some human, this and that? And he's like, come on, be fair. My hands are tied. She says, oh, yeah? Well, if your hands are tied, I guess you won't need this. And she chucks his shield into the mountains. And it's like, bro, get out of this woman's way. Get out of this woman's way because you're going to get hurt some fierce. She winds up tracking him down. And there's some back and forth. And when you get to because you find out that dude's working with Sinister. That's a ruse, or red herring, if you will. And the truth is, there's something far worse, and we're going to get to that in a second. So finally, Rogue wakes up. Nightcrawler has found her, and she wakes up in the rain, and she's real sad. She's upset, and she has a good solid cry, probably for the first time ever. And she. It's something else. And she turns around and there's the X-Men. They're there for her. And I really liked and appreciated that moment because it's like, and everybody's ready to help out any way, shape, or form they can. And so what they do is they end up tracking down they actually track down Trask, sorry. When they get to him, he's like terrified. Not necessarily of them, but he keeps telling, he's like, I didn't mean for this to happen. Now I'm going to go down in history as the biggest genocidal, blah, 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 this and that. And so Rogue has this moment.
Same sugar.
Old girl just got, she's like, if you're no use to me, bloop. And literally everyone's like, what have you done? Dude comes back to life. It's funny, in Star Trek, I would have said he's been Borgified. In Doctor Who, I would have said he's been Cybermanified or Daleked. In this situation, he has been Sentinel. His body is just because everything takes over this differently, and he's fighting them. And he's fighting them pretty darn hard. And at one point, like, he manages to almost blow up the top of a building. Jean has to help and move stuff. It's this whole thing. They're no closer to finding the end, who's responsible than they originally thought they were going to be. And then you get the button. The very button of this thing is we finally see a villain. We see the man. It's Bastion. Whether or not you know anything about the comic books, and again, they're merging some storylines, and that's totally fine. That's Bastion. Not only is it Bastion, but we get the real coup de grace. Magneto is alive. Magneto's alive, and it looks like he's about to start being tortured by Bastion, which, if that's not insult to injury, I'm telling you right now, we're going to get hard. If Magneto doesn't come out of this just wrecking shop and wanting to just take everybody out, I'll be stunned. So there you go. Now you know. And if nobody's half the battle, you're halfway to being a know-it-all yourself. What's the know-it-all index for this episode for me? This is peak X-Men. So unfortunately, my hands, in the words of Captain America, my hands are tied. This gets a 9 out of 10 for me for this episode. Comment below. Let me know what you thought. Would absolutely love to discuss more with you. Find out what it is that you are you excited for what's coming? I know I am. So do me a big favor though. Click that playlist right there if you want to get caught up in all the X-Men fun and action. And of course, if you want to see when all the Genosha stuff went down, click that video right there. All right, guys, till next time, never forget, everyone loves a know-it-all.